Alright, good evening guys. Tonight we're going to take a look at how to remove a crystal from a watch. You can see this crystal is cracked right here. And I'm going to take the crystal out and replace it. So today we're going to take a look at how to take the crystal out. I've already taken the movement out. First you have to remove the stem, then you remove the movement holder and the movement. Set that aside somewhere safe, because you'll want to prevent it from being damaged until after you replace the crystal. So what I have is a watch case press, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select a disc that's slightly larger than the crystal, so you can apply pressure against it. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be pushing the crystal out towards the front of the case. So this one is going to basically catch the crystal as it comes out. You can see it's concave, and basically you're just going to rest the watch on top of it, so when you push the crystal from the other side, it'll push out into this depression here. So next you're going to want to choose a disc that's about the size of the crystal, so that you can apply pressure to release the crystal from the inside of the case. So you can see this one is pretty close to the size of the crystal. So, because you want to push it out in one piece and not shatter the crystal as it comes out. So put those in place. Set the watch case so that the crystal is facing downward. And then hold the case in place and gently apply pressure. Feel the crystal slide out. It popped out right there. So you can see the crystal is out. So now what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to measure the crystal. You want to measure the thickness as well as the width, and then order the appropriate crystal so that you can replace it. You'll want to order the correct material as well. This one's a mineral crystal. You can always replace it with a sapphire if you wanted to upgrade your crystal, but for the purpose of this watch I'm going to order a mineral crystal, and I'll shoot another video once I get the crystal in hand so I can show you how to reinstall it. You'll see there's a little gasket on the inside of the case that seals the crystal once it's pushed in place, and it's kind of held in by pressure. So alright, let me order the crystal, and then we'll shoot another video showing the reinstallation. Alright guys, so the replacement crystal has arrived. I ordered this replacement crystal from WatchinTyme.com. I measured the exact thickness and diameter of the crystal that came out of the watch, and ordered based on those specifications. Actually, this crystal wasn't listed on their website, so I emailed them and requested it, and they special ordered it for me, and it arrived within a couple weeks or so. Anyway, so here's the crystal. You can see it's slightly rounded off on one side, and then not rounded off on the other. So my plan is to install it with the slightly rounded edge facing outward, because the crystal does protrude a little bit from the top of the case, so I want the rounded edge outward. So clean off the crystal. Now what you're going to want to do is, in the case press, instead of the concave plate at the bottom, you're going to want to install a solid one that will fit inside the case but won't push through the crystal opening. This is going to hold the case in place, and then the top one, you can choose basically any size, and that one's going to press the crystal down into the case. So again, the case has a small gasket inside that holds the crystal in place and provides for the water seal. So what you're going to want to do is install or place the case onto the press like so, and then take the crystal. Again, I'm using it with the very slightly rounded edge facing upward. So I'm going to place that on top. So you want to make sure it's seated relatively straight before you try and push on it with the case press, because otherwise you can crack the crystal, and you don't want to do that when you're installing a new crystal. So alright, so it looks relatively straight now. I'm going to place it on the case press and then gently press down. And then take your time with this part. And if you're at all concerned, you can always use a disc that's larger than the crystal to apply more even pressure across the surface. So I have one right here. I'm just gently rotating the case as I press the crystal down to try and even it out in case there's some irregularity. I think it needs to go down a little bit further. You can see it's still sticking out a little bit from the top of the case. So I'm going to keep working on it, and then I'll shoot another video once it's done. Okay guys, so I finished pressing the crystal into the case. You can see now it's sitting evenly within the case all the way around, and you can see from the inside that it's sealed with the gasket all the way around and sitting on the lip on the inside. So that's it for crystal replacement. It's pretty straightforward. I'll put a link on where you can buy a crystal press of your own. They're actually very cheap, under $15. You can find them online or at your local hardware stores. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them down below, and I'll try and answer them the best I can. Alright, thanks for watching.